Looking to get out there and feel the in your hair? Chevy EVs have you covered. Like the Blazer EV, with bold style that's sure to you away. And with Silverado EV, towing is a breeze, with the capability to hitch up and tow with ease. And Equinox EV helps you keep moving along like with confidence. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
The only thing that makes an Oklahoma fried onion burger more famous? Putting Kraft Real Mayo on the bun. For nearly 100 years, Oklahoma families have trusted its creamy, balanced taste to make every bite feel like home. So pick up Kraft Real Mayo at the store today.
This is Optimal Relationships Daily, 8 Ways to Help Your Strong-Willed Child, by Adina Soclof of ParentingSimply.com. Dear Adina, we are parents of a 3-year-old boy and a 9-month-old girl. The reason for our letter is our 3-year-old child. We love him very much, but lately we're at a loss as to how to deal with him. He's defiant and out of control. He hits us when we tell him no, and the house has become, at times, an unpleasant place. What can we do to help him improve his behavior and restore some peace in our home? He is, as I'm sure you've heard the expression before, a strong-willed child. How to help your strong-willed child. Balance your authority with his independence. Our goal as parents is to teach our children enough life skills so that they can manage one day on their own and be productive members of society. The strong-willed child already has a strong dose of the independence they need to make it on their own, and it should be recognized as a strength. Remember that many great people were strong-willed and mischievous. It's a sign of good character, creativity, and persistence. Many times parents think that we need to subdue our children and always make them listen to what we say. This is not the case. We should cultivate a child's independence. It doesn't have to be at the expense of maintaining our authority as parents in our homes. Ask the right questions. Try to find reasons why he acts the way he does and what sets him off in the first place. Is it jealousy of his little sister? Does he have trouble transitioning from activity to activity? Is he tired or hungry? Does he need extra attention? Does he have trouble processing and following directions? Does he have trouble expressing himself with words? Is he with too many unfamiliar people? There are many different things that can cause misbehavior. Once you find out what his triggers are, you can start to reduce or eliminate the causes for misbehavior. You can set your child up for success. For example, if he has trouble processing directions, you would give him a visual cue, show him the door or his coat if you're leaving, tactile cues, touch him and make eye contact so you know he's heard you, and give him warnings 5 to 10 minutes before you're ready to go. Get your child's input. Get him used to problem solving and sequencing his activities. Bedtime is at 7 p.m. How do you want to work out getting ready for bed? When do you think a good time is to start if you want to play around, brush your teeth, get into pajamas, and read a bedtime book? The object is not to have military precision when going to bed. It's just an exercise in helping him take charge of his time and his responsibilities. Positive reinforcement. Anytime he behaves well, you want to affirm and reinforce it. When we praise children, we want to be specific and descriptive. He doesn't have to do anything out of the ordinary. You held my hand when you crossed the street. That's called being safe and taking care of yourself. You asked for a cookie with a please. That's using good manners. You shared your toy with your friend, and that's called being kind and thoughtful. Have a cup half full mentality. Try to view all of his behavior in a positive light. It's easy to see the bad. To really be effective with a tough kid, you need to always look for the good in every interaction. For example, if he's given you a difficult time getting into the car to go to school, but he did get into the car, you want to focus on what he did in the end. Instead of, you gave me such a hard time getting into bed, it took you forever and you kept on crying and misbehaving, say, you got into bed. You didn't want to. You were so sad and upset about going to sleep, but you did it anyway. That's called being flexible and following through. Never allow hitting. When he hits, accept feelings. You must be so angry and you can't tell me with words, so you're hitting. Focus on the positive. You know how to be kind and use your words. Yesterday you told Ricky to go away when she touched your toys instead of hitting her. Consequence? I can't be with you when you hit. I have to move away. show you have faith in his ability to correct his misbehavior. I know next time you'll use your words and tell me how angry you are. And then when it's calm, talk to him gently about the incident. Remember, you were so angry. You seemed very upset because I ran out of the juice that you liked. Next time, it's better to use words instead of hitting. Mommy, I'm so angry that you didn't have my juice. Can you buy some as soon as possible? And then when you calm down, an even better way of saying it is, Mommy, please remember to buy me the juice that I like. It's so hard to remember to use respectful language when we're angry, but I know you'll try next time. Get some rest. Dealing with a strong-willed child is exhausting. You need to be on your toes, mentally and physically. It's hard to think creatively on how to manage their behavior when you're tired and overwhelmed. Give yourself lots of breaks and try to get a good night's sleep. Try to work together with your spouse and support each other when one of you has spent a lot of time with the strong-willed child. Often, if I see the morning is not going well, I'll say to my husband, I don't have the patience to deal with the whining this morning. Are you able to take over? More times than not, he is able to do it. Your child wants your approval. If all else fails and you find yourself despairing, it helps to remember that strong-willed children desperately want to behave appropriately, but they don't have the necessary basic people skills or emotional intelligence to do so. All children want their parents' approval, and some children just don't know how to achieve that. The suggestions mentioned here will help us instruct strong-willed children gently and respectfully to improve their behavior so that they can succeed at behaving. Try to find a technique that works for you and stick with it. Any attempt to connect with your child will be greatly appreciated. You'll find yourself thinking more positively about your child and yourself. You just listened to the post titled, 8 Ways to Help Your Strong-Willed Child by Adina Soclof of ParentingSimply.com.
The only thing that makes an Oklahoma fried onion burger more famous? Putting Kraft Real Mayo on the bun. For nearly 100 years, Oklahoma families have trusted its creamy, balanced taste to make every bite feel like home. So pick up Kraft Real Mayo at the store today.
'Tis the season for identity theft. This time of year, most of us are checking off our holiday gift lists. But guess what? Identity thieves have lists too, and your personal information might be on them. Protect your identity with LifeLock. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points every second and alerts you to threats you could miss by yourself, even if you keep an eye on your bank and credit card statements. If your identity is stolen, your own U.S.-based restoration specialist will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. And all plans are backed by the $1 Million Protection Package. The last thing you want to do this holiday season is face drained accounts, fraudulent loans, or other financial losses from identity theft all alone. Make this season about joy, not identity theft, with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year. Call 1-800-LifeLock and use promo code IHEART. Or go to lifelock.com/iHeart for 40% off. Terms apply.
And some great words of wisdom from Adina today. But one thing she carried throughout this post that I think is so important for all of us to keep in mind, whether we're raising children or not, that would be the practice of seeing how traits that we often perceive as negative are actually strengths, and then vice versa. You know, oftentimes, if we really examine ourselves, or our children in this case, we can see that some of our finest qualities are directly linked to some of our biggest downfalls, just as some of our biggest downfalls come with real advantages. Keeping this in mind is such a healthy means of love and forgiveness, whether that's towards ourselves or others. And therefore, it's a really great means of managing difficult feelings that might come up in the face of certain behaviors or actions. That's enough out of me, though, everyone. Thank you, as always, for joining today, and I really hope that not just the parents, but everyone can walk away with some good ideas and perspectives today. Okay, now that will bring us to the end, everybody. Thanks a lot for staying until the end, and thank you for sharing this post with anyone who you feel would enjoy it. Have a great rest of your Friday, and I will see you tomorrow. That's where your optimal life awaits.